the reasons why you see the governors from the eastern part of the country, they look as if they have compromised the security of that region, given the way and manner the Ohaneze ndị Igbo were shouting on top of their voice, arrest Samonipa, arrest Samonipa, arrest him. Now we are seeing the effect of that. On their presence, in their presence, they saw a Fulani-led judiciary tagging IPOB that does not kill anybody, a terrorist organization. And they are seeing it clearly in their eyes that Fulanis are killing people. Those who are not killing anybody, federal government of Nigeria under Bola Ahmed Tinubu tag them terrorists. That's how funny Nigeria has become. The absence of Samonipa was actually celebrated in Aso Rock. I can tell you that because the people who are orchestrating that attack knew that Samonipa was a huge obstacle, and the only way they can get on with their atrocities is to bribe the woman Selina Sena, what they call her, the ambassador, the Nigerian Finland ambassador to Nigeria, to compromise. And that's what happened. Now, those who are the real terrorists, is it the IPOB that is the terrorist, or federal government or Fulani herdsmen are the terrorists in Nigeria? That's the fact. Everywhere is terror now, both in Southwest, everywhere. They are killing, and nobody's questioning them. The Southeast governors are seemingly quiet because, when Samonipa was, talking tough, making sure some of this thing is thoroughly checkmated, Igbo women and children, men are not killed in their farmlands, but there was some level of restriction. But you can see it now that the presence of Samonipa is being felt within those areas. Not only that, we saw what happened in Enugu. The same people, but we don't see federal government coming up with terrorist tag or even mobilizing against this. We don't see even Southeast governors coming out to talk tough on issue that has to do with killing Igbo women and children and men in their own farmland, in their own land. That is just what it is. So I believe that this is the whole world is watching. Globally, everybody is watching. People are taking notes. They see how funny Nigerian judiciary is. They see how wicked Nigerian government is against the Igbo people. Samonipa knew very well that these things has been going underground for a very long time, and the people who are championing it are in government. Where did the Fulani get arms? They will stay in a particular forest. How the arms get to them, how they deliver arms to them, the federal government has not been able to come out today and tell Nigerians how Fulani will always arm themselves and continue to attack innocent citizens. Still, they don't tag them terrorists.
If you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on your notifications, like, comment, and also share to others. Death toll rises to 15. The Fulani herdsmen attack on Ebonyi communities. Last week, 5 people were dead and they were killed in Ondo State. The same Fulani herdsmen attack. The question coming from the program said, what is Tinubu doing about the attack by the herdsmen in Nigeria? If you say IPOB is terrorist, Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, for example, Samonipa is a terrorist, then the Fulani herdsmen that have been called the 4th deadliest terrorists by the Global Terrorist Index, what is the Nigerian government doing about that?
I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trading with the lives of people, especially the Igbos, who the Fulani see as their main target. They're not even counting much about, because the Yorubas have, shared themselves already in terms of majority of them are Muslims. So it is very easy for them to battle it, and see how they are going to establish a Sharia within and the Sharia is not just coming out that way. Sharia is coming with fire. Sharia is coming with arms. Sharia is coming with conquest. So, but the only challenge they are seeing that's going to be the obstacle for them to finally overwhelm Nigeria, overshadow Nigeria, envelop Nigeria in terms of what they actually have as an agenda is the Igbo land. So, Bola Tinubu is trending this thing because of his second term coming. Who is sure that he actually is going to get it? I don't know the reason why we are seeing this adamancy, coming from him. I do not know the reason why we have not seen him order battalions to, deploy military all over the place to see how those people can be arrested and contest some of these things we are seeing. That is the fact. Everybody in this country, including all the Southerners, middle belt, everybody seems to be afraid of the Fulanese. Nobody can rise up and challenge them. Nobody is telling them anything because they are being seen to be the power brokers in this country. But I can tell you, a day will come when a certain people will rise up and question and defend, and if possible, the day Nigerians will rise against the Fulanese, don't be surprised. The Hausas, the baby belters, everybody, anywhere you see the Fulani, it will become a national operation. Fulani must go from Nigeria. Because we have tolerated a lot from them.
And Mr. Chinedu, we are looking at the fact that Power is Igbo. They are yet to make any statement. Nobody from the Southeastern Government Forum has made any statement. Opus Odima, who has been made the leaders of the Igbos by being the Southeastern governors, the chairman, he has not made any statements. What do you think could be the problem of, the Igbo in terms of the political leadership?
Well, we are here to see, I think John Asuntan-Bata is busy trying to put his house in order and set up a certain policy, mission and vision. And somebody has just been elected on as a president on the 15th of January last year, and he's still trying to make sure that the Ikoro people understand that he has come out yesterday and told the whole world that Opopo is Igbo. Ikoro is Igbo. He made it very clear that the news went viral. He sent a certain signal to Wike, to tell him that we are Igbos. You cannot, because of political favoritism or political interest, you deny your identity, that you are not a man. Quite unfortunate. So we are not to see the man take a position on that angle, but we wanted to see a deep reactions coming from the Ebonyi State Governor Wiru. I want to see a deep reaction coming from the Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State. We want to see reactions coming from Hope is just a very is this seen as a Fulani stool. He cannot rise up and attack them because it's one of the things that are the people that made him governor. As simple as that, and that's not the issue, But I know that at the appropriate time there is an underground plan by the Fulani to clamp down any rising questionable voice from the east, especially the likes of Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, and the rest of them who are challenging the Fulanis by in several ways, making sure that they do not cross the red line. But you can see what the federal government is doing. The federal government influenced Fulani is doing, seeing targeted anything about them is Igbo target, target Igbos, and that is does it.
Finally, we are closing here. What do you think that the Igbo leadership should do concerning this attack?
They have set up a lot of vigilante group, civil society, security outfit, all these things. But how trained, how professional are they to be able to engage people that have AK-47? The only people that would have done that is Eastern Security Network, established by Nnamdi Kanu, with the sole aim to push or to remove or to send Fulani herdsmen from the forest of the eastern Nigeria. That was the main aim of forming the Eastern security network. But you can see how funny, our governors are. Instead of capitalizing on the wisdom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on the resistance agenda of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they went ahead forming all kinds of, cosmetic, I don't know how, not effective, bubago, all those kind of rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish, But the day will come, they should not push Igbos to the wall. They should forget that, these are a race, a tribe that
all of them go carry their cross. But it's paining me because these people are human beings, they are youth and they are my brothers. But they allow themselves to be fooled and to be used by the Nigerian instrument politician. By Fulani instrument politician. Who never meant well for every average Igbo people. If the only job that Soludo has to offer to all those youths is to give them arms to go and die, why not Soludo create, no be people, they cry make them build airports, build seaport, build other various companies to give them a major employment for them to earn their living. Soludo did not think of that. Only what he could do was to gather them and give them 2 days training on how to carry gun and give them gun to go and buy their self.
Pastor, this is where are the Erubiagu in the southeastern part of Nigeria? Where are they? Or the governors informed them and initiated them?
Now listen to me. They said they have Nigerian security personnel and they deploy them in the east. They have a Bubago, now Udogachi, the governor of the politicians, and they say they are for security. Where, just as you ask me, where are they and where are they actually securing? Where are their safety? If actually they are meant for good, if actually they are meant to secure the Biafra land, to secure the Biafrans, the Igbos, where are they? Because if they are securing, if actually they are there to secure, there will be no need of all these herdsmen mass killing in the east. Are you hearing me? There will be no mass killing of the Igbo people in the east. As I speak to you, this thing shows to you and I that they are not there to secure the Biafrans, but they are there for their own selfish interest. So that means they are an instrument being used and will be continue to be used by the Fulanis. I mean the politicians, Ebubago, Dogachi, and the rest. They are not out there to secure or to save or to protect you and I. They are there to give room for Fulanis to come and take over completely the Igbo land.
The question that goes to us, what do you think that the Igbo government should do? No, the Igbo youth themselves now should do. Since it seems that Erubiagu was not or is not protecting them from the Fulani.
Igbo youth from a day old should rise up and defend himself. Don't die like a coward. Die like a hero.
The question is that how then will they be able to defend themselves since they don't have anything and the Fulani expenses to have them these sophisticated weapons?
It is time to look for alternative, because this is something that we have been talking about since. It is now that there are many of them. The thing is clearing from their eyes. They are now actually understanding what we are pointing at. So let them wake up from their slumber now and do the needful. Find means to defend themselves. Self-defense is not a crime. Let them rise with all means to defend themselves. Because you cannot just hold your hands.
So just went to those farmers that are living in their slums there, assure them of security, assure them there's nothing like incursion of the herders, that they are on the safer hand. These people went into their bed, locked their door. They woke up around 2 a.m. The whole houses were circled with fuel. They poured petrol on those houses, set it ablaze, killing the whole villagers. After Nigerian soldiers has actually assured them that their safety has been guaranteed. What are we saying? The youth in the southeastern Nigeria are the one that is taking up, yes, with federal government of Nigeria, both shoulder to shoulder, fire for fire, money for money. The politicians in Igbo land, they are flukes, they have failed. All they do is to play politics with the Fulani, their Fulani masters, you know, on the Igbo's blood, at the expense of Igbo man's blood and pains. We don't have politicians, we don't have elders in Igbo land. What we have there is indigenous people of Biafra, and they are the youths. The youths are up and down to make sure that there is peace in the southeastern Nigeria.
But the line of thought which also says that anytime election comes, you always vote for this same leader that you say that they are not working for.
No,
you.
not at all, not at all. What played out, you know, going to 2 years now in 2023, when Tinubu forced himself on this country, the Igbo youths, the Yoruba youths, the Hausa youths, the Mid-Belt, the Edos, the Niger Deltas, everybody unanimously came together and joined forces together and formed this obedient platform movement that is very, very, you know, negative to what the political elders, the political elites of the north and the southeast and the southwest, you know, represent. Because of course we know that they are the enemies we have in Nigeria, the enemies of the youth. We will have no reason to have voted for them on let's say February 23 or 25th presidential election. We voted for the right person. That was Obi, the leader of Labour political party platform. The whole youth voted for Nigerian youth. They did not make mistake. They voted their right choices, but that choices were truncated by, you know, the so-called elderly politicians who use their billions and millions and bought INEC, the umpire, and the umpire at least deviated from doing the right things. Instead of using beavers that was, you know, passed into bill or law that it should be electronical, I mean the voting, they abandoned the beavers and did it the other way. What do I mean? They used manual and they manipulated it, denied the youth their enfranchisement. The enfranchisement was based on the fact that they actually want a new breed of politicians to take over under the Labour political platform, and that was the effort they made that was truncated by Tinubu himself in conjunction with INEC. No, never you agree with anybody that said we don't like these politicians. At the end of the day, the same youths, you know, vote them again. The youths are not voting for them. They use their money, they use their material resources and buy the umpire. The umpire INEC is always, you know, the position that, you know, that is meant for the chairmanship of the INEC is always given to the wrong person. Who are the persons we are talking about? The Fulanis. They can do anything because of money. I mean the Fulanis. That's why Mahmoud Mohammed, the chairman of INEC, abandoned the process, the law and regulation that was at least passed in the house. I mean electoral law, electoral process. He what? He rubbished it. He faulted it because he received money at the tune of $270 million by some, let me say, greedy politicians, selfish politicians, desperate politicians, and he thwarted the effort of the youths. The youth made lots and lots of great input during 2023 election to make the right choice so that Nigeria will move forward. But today, the APC juggernauts, they truncated that effort, and now they are giving everybody fire, hell, on this contraption called Nigeria.
Do you see, finally, we are closing, do you see a future for Nigeria as it's currently stands?
No, there is no future for Nigeria. We are drifting backward to 50 years. After 50 years again, we are going to move backward to 100 years. Because the Fulani man does not know anything about Western culture or Western culture, education or civilization. What Fulani man knows is Islamic ideology. Only to obey Muhammad, pray 5 times in a day, pray 3 times at night, wake up and go to mosque, go back to your slum. And there's nothing like modern science and technology where this kind of species, this species of, you know, African tribe are, the Fulanis, all they know is animal husbandry, rearing of animals from one place to another. You don't know pastoral system of farming. That is what they are. That is what they know. And that's why Nigeria can never move forward, because they have come and seized Nigeria. And other local tribes in Nigeria, they have bought with their money and initiated them into such political, you know, dynasty that belong to them, that has been running for over how many years in Nigeria now. no tribe in Hausa, no tribe in Igbo and Yoruba that could understand the music we are playing. They have all been deceived. Nigeria is in fire. I'm telling you, we are not going anywhere. As you ask me, where are we going? We are not going anywhere. It is only Medina Mosque in Mecca. That is where we are going. No other place again. It's all about Arabic ideology.
Okay, thanks so much.